I've drawn a few death adders over the years, but nothing like this guy. Today we're looking at the death adder, and it is one of my favourite snakes. It is a beautiful snake, and it's not like any other snake in Australia because their head's a different shape, the body's short, it's fat, it looks almost like a viper, whereas all the other elapids look completely different. When you think a leopard, that means a front-fanged snake, those fangs are fixed. We're thinking things like tiger snakes, like taipans, like cobras, coral snakes and mambas, and then you've got this death adder which looks nothing like those guys. So it's a very unique, and because it's so unique, I think it's a favourite amongst herpetologists in Australia. We just love this snake. I'm off to see Troy the reptile bloke, and he has a very special death adder to show me today.
And hopefully she'll just sit there like a good girl.
Yeah.
Oh, the colours, she's gorgeous.
So this guy, this girl here, from up north?
Yeah, from Queensland. I think they're actually classified as Antarcticus, so the southern death adder.
Oh, is there? Okay.
Yeah, they're Acanthopus antarcticus, the same as the ones we get here in Sydney, but the colour and pattern is very much different. Fixed little fangs in the front of the mouth, rather than the vipers that you'd find with the massive hinged fangs.
Yeah.
So death adders do have quite a large fang for an elapid. They use that tail as a caudal lure, so they'll wiggle that around like a little worm, and often I see them doing it on feeding night. They know they're getting fed, and you'll see them wiggling their tail around. It looks like a little worm, and you can see that the tip of the tail is a slightly different colour to the rest of the body. And what that does is in the wild, so the rest of the snake will be camouflaged and that little tail's wiggling, and a bird will see that, or another small animal will see that and think, oh, I've got some lunch, and they come along and they become lunch.
Have you had many on call-outs?
I get the occasional one.
Yeah.
I don't get a lot of death adder call-outs. People don't seem to see them very much around here. I think because of their cryptic nature.
Yeah.
They go unnoticed a lot of the time. There's plenty of them around. I have caught a few.
Because this death adder has such beautiful colours, I've got to get back to the studio and try and paint this while it's still fresh in my memory. Just adding a bit of colour here. One of my favourite things about the death adder, especially for an artist, is it makes a really good model, in that it will just sit there nice and quiet while you're drawing it. Unlike other snakes that tend to move around, death adders tend to stay put, and that's one of the things I love, especially being the snake artist. It makes my job easy. Dangerous Snakes of Australia. This is one of my favourite books I've had since the early 90s, but it's a great book, and I use it just as a reference for the scale patterns. It's a very good book, packed full of information. I highly recommend it. Stick a few light highlights on. I think that's my death adder done. I've pumped in as much colour as I could. What a gorgeous snake. And that was the beautiful, gorgeous death adder. Hope you enjoyed this video. Check out some of my other videos. I'll check you later.